Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yun, and today I'm going to talk about what the coronavirus taught us. There I was, sitting alone in my room, sticking my eyes into a YouTube video. The past several months have been a nightmare. When I flew to Korea from my hometown in Vietnam, my parents saw me off with tears in their eyes and worries in their hearts. During the past few months, I had to stay inside more. I had to wear a face mask. I had to take online classes. And now I have to take this competition online too. And who should I blame? The coronavirus. With all that being said, there I was, sitting alone in my room watching a YouTube video of some guy talking about everything has a bright side and every cloud has a silver lining. At first, I thought, this guy must be insane. Not everything, at least not this coronavirus, which has spread fear and death all around the world and made 2020 the worst year ever. Isn't it bad enough that there are thousands of people dying every day around the world? Families cannot say goodbyes to their loved ones. They have to stand far at distance and watch them being buried. Isn't it bad enough that there are thousands of companies went bankrupt and many people lost their jobs? Flights have stopped and I myself cannot go back home. And who should we blame? The coronavirus. But what the guy said in the video kept staying in my head. I thought about it again and again. I said to myself, instead of being angry at the situation, let's just have some positive thoughts. And as I kept on thinking, I realized that actually the coronavirus has taught us something, and in my view, there are three important lessons. First, coronavirus reminds us that life can be more flexible than we think, both in our work and in our daily life. Instead of waking up early in the morning, we can snooze a little bit more. Instead of hours being stuck in a traffic jam, we can spend more time with our loved ones or take better care of ourselves. And the working environment has also taken an unexpected turn. The quarantine has challenged our conventional ways of working and speed up our automation process. If we cannot go to class, we meet on Zoom. If we cannot eat in a restaurant, we order takeaways. And if we cannot go to a concert, we just watch it through live YouTube. Suddenly, everything just becomes so flexible. And second, the coronavirus also reminds us that we are the ones who are destroying our planet. During the coronavirus, the planet has begun to replenish, and as cities have shut down around the world has seen dolphins swimming and jumping in Istanbul, peacocks dancing in Mumbai, pink flamingos flourishing in Albania, and a resurgence of bee and rare wildflowers in the UK. So maybe the virus, like earthquakes, floods, and other natural disasters, is reminding us that humans are also a part of the natural world. It makes us stop and reckon about our actions, or we will have to pay a much higher price. And if we start now, somewhere ages hence, we can take our kids or grandkids to a real jungle, not a concrete one. We must rectify our actions now. We must rectify our faults now, so that we won't regret the road not taken. And finally, the coronavirus also reminds us that we are a societal species, that we are interconnected and depend on each other. In our normal lives, we strive ahead and countries compete for power. People might be a little selfish and indifferent about the surrounding communities. But in this pandemic, we share the same threat as others, and we realize that no one is safe unless everyone is safe. No countries can be 100% safe unless all the countries in this world can have the access to the vaccine. And if we stock up groceries, others may be left vulnerable. And when we wear a face mask, we are actually stopping droplets from transmitting to other people. Clearly, we are on the same boat here, and we are to weather this storm through a concerted effort. Never before in my life have I seen people care more about others' well-being. I by no means say that the coronavirus is a good thing for human beings. If I'm granted a wish, I would wish it never happened. But since it is here to stay, we should not point fingers. It is us that are to blame. The coronavirus has no fault on its own. Its existence and infecting hosts are just playing its natural role, just like many things in this world. We should be more flexible, environment-friendly, and considerate towards others. We should take actions now. It is us that are to blame, and the coronavirus just happened to be the one that taught us those lessons. Thank you for listening.